Hi guys, this is Cash and I'm checking in with you from Frankfurt, Germany with Ignite Thermogenic Fat Burner. This is my little secret to keeping lean and having good energy throughout my busy days while I travel. So I want you guys to be sure to check out Ignite, especially if you're trying to get yourself in shape for this summer. Oh, Ignite is gonna get you into bikini body shape. You know, I gotta show you guys a bit of what's going on. Ignite is gonna help you get the results that you want. You're gonna love this product. I certainly do. So I'll put the link down below for the website. Be sure to check them out on Instagram and use my promo code to get great discounts. Check in with you guys soon.
What's going on? Welcome to Chaos Nutrition Old School Training. Listen to me. Chill out. If my face looks greasy, it's because I got a fucking lotion on my face, because I got peeling right here from sunburn, because I have a tanning bed in my house. Don't hate, motherfuckers. Alright, listen to me. ChaosNutrition.com. Look. Right there. That's the shirt. That's one of many shirts. They got some really cool shirts. I had them around here. I don't know where my fucking girlfriend put them. Anyway, go to Chaos Nutrition for your sports and nutritional needs. They got some great clothing there. Check them out. The Godfather of Chaos. Check him out on Instagram. Again, I've always tell you this. I'm gonna tell you again. Remember, they're my sponsors. So we gotta do the right thing. Okay. I don't know if my face is in the fucking goddamn thing. Hold on. Let me fix this light. Anyway, if I'm ever at a fucking show, I'll be at the KS Nutrition booth. I tell you this every week. I gotta say it again. The Godfather of Chaos was one of Rich Piana's boys. Was in with 5% Nutrition. Was with Rich before when he was in Mutant. So stop fucking around. Alright. Let's look at some old shit here. I know some of you guys might not like this, but, you know, you New Yorkers will definitely like this. Check it out. I'm getting bodybuilding stuff, too. Relax, okay? Look at this shit. Right here. 1972. Official Yankees playbook, okay? That is that Roy White? I can't even say. Roy White and I think Bobby Mercer. 25 cents. Right there. Look at that. 25 cents. 1972. Now, check it out. Do you guys remember? You young guys, you have no fucking clue. Look, do you guys remember when gas pumps look like that? Look at that. It's Getty Gas. Look at that. Look at that. A gas pump on the back of a which, well, since, let's see, what does they say? Since we've been behind the Yankees, you notice they've been running a lot better. Yeah, right. I'd love to know. I can't see what the gas prices, but I'd love to know what the gas prices are back then in 1972. Look at that. Okay? That's Getty Gas. I'm just going to check a few things out. Let's see. Look, I mean, this is, look, as soon as you open up, besides, look, they have the infamous, that's the schedule. Look at this. Sports magazine type shit. You see it all the time back then. I remember watching Cardinals, the St. Louis Cardinals, and seeing Dick Allen, Richie Allen, okay, same guy. I seen him fucking smoking cigarettes on the bench. Look, right there. I think Keith Hernandez used to smoke cigarettes on the bench. Look, booze ads, Cuddy Stark. This is your program here. Isn't this great? I love shit like this. You young guys, you have no, look here. Schaefer beer. Remember, this is supposed to be promoted, but you wouldn't see that today. You know? Yeah, sure what. There's some things that, look at the fucking old Yankee uniforms. Holy shit. Talk about old school. Okay? Look at that. Look at the fucking old uniform. Now, let me explain something to you, okay? I didn't get this. This isn't something. I got this going to the Yankee game, okay? What is that? I can't miss. Anyway, I got this from the Yankee game. I went to the Yankee Stadium, and the real Yankee Stadium, and I bought this. So I was, I was young. I was a teenager, though. But anyway, 1972, all right? Now, look at this. Check it out. Now, everybody here, most of you guys who follow me, know. Whoa, that's falling. Muscular Development magazine. We know that I used to work for Muscular Development. This is 1977, April. And who the fuck is this guy? Ron Bork? I can't. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't see. I'm fucking old, okay? I can't see. I need my reading glasses. But anyway, look at that. That's the cover of Muscular Development magazine. Okay, there you go right there. Now, I always love this ad. This is, I like this ad. I don't know why. I'm really into fucking ads, as a lot of you guys know. There's all the body, but look at it. Look at that. That's a York barbell, bro. Hey, York, don't play around. Wait, is this a singer? Yeah, Ron Bork. Ron Bork. I remember Ray Bork, the fucking hockey player. But look at that. Look at it. A lot of you guys are going, I could beat him. Oh, my God, he sucked. But, you know what's funny? I still like these magazines better. Look. Ooh, wait, let me see if I can find some good shit. Oh, I remember these ads, look. Remember these ads right here? That's all York Barbell. That's Olympic Barbell International. York Barbell. Look what these fucking guys look like. Look at Steve Reeves. Look at the physique on that guy. Right there. Look at Steve Reeves. I gotta try to get that shine off the fucking... Can you see that? Look at his fucking physique. Look at that. That's Steve Reeves. Look. That's Steve Reeves. Look at him. Look at him. Steve Reeves. That's how old this fucking magazine is. Now, of course, this is before, Steve Reeves was before the 70s. I'm spitting over here because as you see. But I mean, look at it. A tribute to Steve Reeves. Look at him. Look at Steve Reeves. Look at him. Looks like Bob Paris, right? Or should I say Bob Paris? Now, I'm lucky. I'm moving the camera here. Hold on. I'm lucky. Oh, by the way, let's stop for a second. My boy, Paul DeMeo, and right here, MuscleSport mag shirt with me on it. First inaugural issue. I met Steve Reeves. I met him. Nice guy. Big fucker guy. Wasn't little. Was tall. I'm lucky, too, because I met John Gremick and all those guys. Who the fuck that looks like? Ali Mala. But look at all these old bodybuilding pictures. You gotta love how guys used to work out back then. You know what I mean? Guys would, look at that. Look at that shit. This is in Muscular Development magazine. Now hold on. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find maybe some good shit that maybe you guys could relate to. Is that John Gremick right there? Look at John Gremick. Right there. Right there. Now you young guys are like, oh my God, what are you seeing that? Oh my God, John Gremick. Dude, you don't understand. These are the legends. These are the guys who paved the way for this sport. There'd be no sport. That's like saying, oh, fuck Babe Ruth. Dude, never say that shit. I mean, you don't understand. These are the guys who paved the way for this sport. I'm trying to find some good shit here. Alright, wait a minute. Anyway, alright, let me go to another magazine. I'm trying to look for some good shit here to get. Look at nice preacher bench. I mean, just York barbell preacher bench right there. Very, very standard. Now, oh, by the way, my father, as you guys know, was a commercial artist. So he used to have an art, he had art desks, which are, they're like this, like that. And I used to have one in my room, and I would put it over, and I would do easy curl bars over my father's art desks. That was my Scott bench, as they called it back then. Easy curl bench. I like this magazine right here. Look, dude. Now, wait, I want to show you guys something. All right, listen, everyone, you guys, listen to me. I think it was my last show. I showed a picture, and it was Ken Passarello. I said, look, the magazine was cut because when they used to sell it at the gym, whatever they didn't fucking sell, they would send back, and they would get credit for it. So they cut the goddamn guy's head off. But that's Ken Passarello. He's the guy I mistakenly said Ken Patera. I knew it wasn't Ken Patera. I know the difference between Ken Patera and Ken Passarello. I knew Ken Passarello. I just don't remember. For some reason, my mouth was saying Patera. So it wasn't Ken Patera that I showed you in the last show. A few guys caught it. Okay, it was Ken Passarello. It was this guy right here. And look, the magazine is fucking falling apart. But look at the back, okay? Oh, by the way, this is Iron Man. But look at the back. Look who that is. Look who that is. That's Don the Ripper Ross right there. Don Ross. Dude, you have no idea. If you talk to the guy, say, Don Ross is a fucking legend. Everything is falling away. Look at the pec decks they used to sell back then. Look at that pec deck. Today, you guys would be like, holy shit. But you know what? This shit was built to last. Oh my God. Was built to last. Look at this. Ready? You guys, you old schoolers, remember this? Clarence Bass. Look at that. Remember Clarence Bass? Remember this is a story about Clarence. Wait a minute, hold on. Clarence Bass. Can you see that? Can you guys see that? Clarence Bass. Remember that? Remember that fucking guy? Holy shit. Look, there's Don the Ripper right there. Don Ross. Legend. You young guys, forget it. You can't understand what you're watching. Look at. Don the Ripper lifting that. Unbelievable. Clarence Bass, guys. Look at that. Look at Clarence Bass. Oh my God, this guy's telling me. Look at Tim Belknap. Oh my God. Remember Tim Belknap? Tim Belknap right there, baby. Look at Tim Belknap. Remember that? Look at it. The first guy, dude. You guys out there. This guy right here is the guy who started all that insulin shit. He's the one that really brought that shit out in the forefront because he was a diabetic. Look at the fucking thickness on him. Okay? He was like a mass monster. But the next day, you see him, 2-3 days after this, he fucking 25 pounds lighter, 30 pounds lighter. Look like it was like a night and day. Okay? Carlos Rodriguez. Bill Pearl in this magazine. Look at Bill Pearl. Look at that structure. Now, I know Bill Pearl, too. I actually sat with him. We had dinner, me, him, and my old partner, Paul. I think I've told you this story. He sat and he blasted Arnold for like 2 hours to us. And that year he won the fucking... Arnold gave him an award. The Arnold Classic. The Lifetime Achievement Award. Meanwhile, if Arnold only knew, he talked shit about him. Look at... This is a dick right here. Andreas Cowling. Remember him? He's the guy. Look. I want you guys to look at this. Look. Andreas Cowling. That's the guy that a lot of you guys see now. He's on the internet, got a big face like this because he has Bell palsy. I'm not making fun of him. Relax. It's I don't wish him any will, but I'm just saying that's who it is. Oh, look. You guys hear me on the Dave Palumbo show, Mr. G. I know some of you guys don't like him. He's a great guy. We talk about Steve Mihalik. Okay, the Mihalik Monsters. That's Steve Mihalik right there. Okay? This is Steve Mihalik right here, okay? That's him right there. Okay? He was a monster when I first met him. He's the guy he's the one I was telling the story that he walked in, told his wife, I'm going to show you something you're never going to forget, because the wife and him got a divorce and his kids were there and everything. And he said, I'm going to show you something you're never going to forget. And he took a gun and went, blew his brains out. So he was right. They probably never forgot that. You know, that's being a fucking piece of shit, to be honest with you, sorry. But, there's a lot of strongman stuff in here, you know, like the old strongman article. This is, dude, this is a reader. Look at all this text. This is, the old Iron Man was a reader's magazine, bro. You could sit here, and this was a look, I mean, they had all kinds of, this is loaded. I didn't even show you, but I mean, this shit was loaded with articles. Oh my God. Remember some of these t-shirt things. Look at that. If you were real bodybuilding, fucking diehard bodybuilding guys, love this magazine. Because it was a real reader, got a lot of information. Here, who doesn't remember this? The old Vince Gironda fucking, you remember this ad, you guys? Come on. Old school guys. Who remembers this ad? Anyway, alright. I love this shit, bro. Powerlifting USA magazines. Remember that shit? Look. Powerlifting USA. Remember? Remember that shit? Powerlifting USA? Remember that? Remember that? Anyway. Alright. I'm fucking ramming up the time here. Okay, let me pretty much... I just figured I'd show you guys some of that shit. I think this is some of the greatest shit. I can go crazy reading. I mean, even look at the Bill Pearl's thing I showed you. Look at how much text is there. There's just, the articles here were fucking amazing. I mean, they were really, really written, really, really good. Alright, let's get busy here. Alright, first question. Cash Cow wants to know, is it possible to be addicted to sugar because I can't stop eating sugar? What do I do? Is it possible to be addicted to sugar? You can't stop eating sugar and you want to know what to do. Okay, it's not a vague question, but listen to me, guys. Do you ever notice that you can eat a whole box of cereal? Do you ever sit there and just sit and eat a big giant bowl of cereal, cold milk, and you fucking just eat it, and you're like, fuck that, I could just keep going. You can eat another fucking big bowl, and you fucking eat, before you know it, you finish off the whole box of cereal. Or maybe you're dunking fucking Chips Ahoy or fucking, I don't know, Oreo cookies, and you just dunk and eat the whole box, or pretty much the whole box. You know, my friend used to sit, and he would take a whole gallon of ice cream. He would actually eat, whatever you call that, you know, the whole big thing of ice cream. He would eat the whole fucking thing. Half gallon, whatever. You know, you could do that. There's nothing to sit and eat a whole fucking, your mother make brownies or a pile of cookies. Nothing for you to sit and eat the whole pile of brownies, or almost the whole pile of brownies, you know. But you couldn't eat a whole giant plate like this. You could eat a whole giant plate like this of spaghetti, but you couldn't eat a whole giant plate of, let's say, steak. You know, you could eat a steak, but who could eat a whole giant plate like that? You can't eat a whole, you couldn't eat a whole bag of apples, right? You couldn't eat, you know, a whole bundle, a real bundle. And I'm not talking about 3 or 4 like that, but I mean a bundle of bananas. You would, you know, you wouldn't want to eat that, even if you tried. What I'm trying to say is you know, fructose, sugar, and all that stuff is so addictive. It's so addictive. It's made that way. The Food Act in the 1960s, I think Richard Nixon did it. The Food Act, that's why, you ever notice like real redneck fucking trailer park people are fat as hell? You know why? Because they eat cheap shit, garbage food. Shit that's really cheap is garbage food, right? And nothing against you if you live in a trailer, so simmer down. What I'm trying to say is, you know how they have to, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Is, for the most part, a lot of poor people who supposedly can't even afford food are fat. How are they fat? Because the food, they made the Food Act, but that's like fructose and all that shit was all designed for you to put on fat, for you to get fat, to fatten you up. That's why you give a fucking cow, they break up fucking, they give a cow grain and cookies and broken up cookies and shit like that. And it fattens them up, you know what I mean? They fatten up pigs with shit like that. They fatten up fucking chickens with shit like that. You do that stuff Okay? They do that purposely. We are addicted. Let me tell you something. A flower is a pretty color because it attracts the bee. But then the flower has like a nectar, a sweet nectar that it actually gives off, and the bee becomes drunk with its nectar. It just gets there, and that's how a bee pollinates. Like a flower, you know? I mean, even bees are addicted to sugar. You throw tons of, go to a fucking, I don't know, like, that's why bees are around garbage pails, because there's always, like, you know, sugars in there from the food. That food draws them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's, you know, if you want to catch bees, you throw fucking, you throw like fruit punch and really sweet shit, throw it in a fucking bucket outside where, you know, and you know, it catches bees, you know, pour sugar in there, sugar water, you know, sugar's a drug. You get addicted to sugar. It feeds the brain keeps wanting more. Okay, it's nothing for you to eat a big pile of 2 bowls of spaghetti. It's nothing. Who can't eat that? Who can't sit down with some fucking Fruity Pebbles, Lucky Charms, fucking whatever your fucking cereals? You know, my girlfriend likes all that, like Cocoa Puffs and all that shit. I don't like chocolate chip, like whatever. But who can't fucking eat just, oh man, you fucking finish your bowl, still some milk in there, you pour more cereal in there, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta pour more milk in now because I put in too much cereal in there to cover the milk that was already in there. And now you put more milk in there and now you eat that, and now there's still milk in there, so you put more in, and before you know it, or you get a box of Entenmann's donuts and you're dunking that shit, and you're pounding them down, and before you know it, you finished off the whole box. But you could keep going. And it's not your stomach, it's your mouth and your brain sending a signal to your mouth, I want more, 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 more. Okay? It's addictive. Even fruits have sugars in them, so they're more palatable. Okay? You can eat a lot more like sweet, wet fruit, like watermelon and shit like that. Who can't eat a couple slices of watermelon? You know what I mean? Apples, it's hard. You can't eat a whole bag of apples. You could probably eat a couple. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to other foods, you can't do that. I mean, you couldn't eat giant plates of fucking broccoli and shit. Who the fuck wants to eat that shit anyway? You know? And it has to do with sugar being a drug. So yes, the answer is sugar's a drug. Now, what could you do about it? Stop eating sugar. Cut your carbs. Go keto for a couple of days. You don't have to do that. To break that. Listen. If you were addicted to heroin, you were addicted to Oxycontin, you're addicted to a drug like that, it would take you, depending on a person, 3 to 5 days till you start, like, that shit starts leaving your system and your dependency starts to, you know, I mean, it depends, you know what I mean? I'm talking about your, not your mental dependency, but, your actual physical dependency. You know, you give somebody, that's a bad heroin addict, man. You take them off heroin, you lock them in a fucking jail cell. I know, when I was locked up, man, I'd see them fucking heroin addicts would be projectile vomiting all over the place. You know, my ex-girlfriend, who passed away, God rest her soul, she fucking, when she was in prison, I remember she was telling me, like, she had to kick heroin when she first got locked up. And they had her laying on the floor, just a pool of her own fucking diarrhea and vomit. And they would just hose her off like this. It's real. Okay, that's what addiction does. And the only way to break an addiction is to stop eating, drinking, shooting, snorting, or whatever it is that you're addicted to. That's the only way. Sorry. That's it. Okay? There's nothing else you could do. I would go keto. If it was me, I would go keto. I would actually cut all sugars, all carbs, even starchy carbs, whatever it is, everything out. No fucking baked potatoes, no yams, nothing. Zero. I would clean out like that for days. Okay, you have to give it some time. And then you can introduce carbs back, but I wouldn't have any simple carbs, nothing with sugar. Capiche? That's the only way. Okay? If you're an alcoholic, you gotta stay away from alcohol. You can't say, well, maybe I'll just have one beer, that's it. No, you have to have no alcohol. Okay? Nothing. It doesn't matter even if beer's not your problem. If you're addicted to hard whiskey, you can't have any alcohol. None. Okay? None. Just like in the old days, the alcoholics, when they were trying to kick alcohol, they figured out to fucking drink cough medicine instead that had the alcohol in it. No. You're hooked on Oxycontins, you got nothing. And you can never go back to that shit. You don't ever go back. That's a different story. But what I'm trying to tell you is, and if you are hooked on any of that shit, go get help right away and stop today, right now, after watching heroin, Oxycontin, all that shit. I've seen too many people die from that. People I love. Okay, my girlfriend died from that. Just telling you, stop. Okay? And if it's sugar's your problem, stay the fuck away from sugar. You can live without that shit. Please. That's the best advice I can give you. And yes, it's addictive. Even to bugs, to animals. It doesn't matter. There's no animal that doesn't like sugar. Okay? It's addictive. It affects your brain. Your dopamine levels, everything. It hits that pleasure signal in your brain. It's euphoric, bro. For real fat people, it's like coming. Seriously. Alright? I have friends that are hooked on fucking carbs and sugar, and he can't stop. You know? My one friend's 500 pounds. I hooked him up with Dave Palumbo to fucking, see if Dave can help him. Dave put him on a keto diet. He lasted a day. He started telling me, well, shit, dude, that's not healthy, not eating any carbs. I said, being 500 fucking pounds ain't healthy. Alright? So, try to stay away from sugars. It's no good. No good's going to come from that. And if you start eating it and you keep eating it, you're going to get addicted. It's designed for that. It's made for that. Everybody has that in them. Okay? You have the ability to get addicted to sugars. Some people respond differently. Some people don't get as fat, but it doesn't matter. It fucking kills your heart. So, and your liver. Stop fucking around. Let's go to another question. Alright. Next question. Tall Guy Tom wants to know what makes, here's the questions, guys. What makes old school better than new school bodybuilding? Okay. Listen, if you guys don't like these questions, how about fucking putting some questions down and I'll answer them, okay? But that's not a bad question. It's really not a bad question, Tom. Tall Guy Tom. Nothing makes old school better, bodybuilding better. You know, all bodybuilding is great, okay? I wouldn't say old school's better. But like anything else, you learn from your past. You learn from past. You learn from trial and error. And you can learn stuff from the guys who've been doing it, like myself, for almost 50 years. I've been doing it for like 48 years, 49 years, okay? I've been bodybuilding that long, all right? I know I don't look that old, but I'm fucking old. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when I come to you, I don't come to you with like this scientific shit, you know, like Dave Palumbo or Leo Rex, two of my boys, okay? They're very smart, and I listen when they talk. I can't get technical and tell you about the microfibrils meet the sarcoplasm, and then they fucking, they meet the fucking beta cells with the alpha cells, and it is. I don't get into, I can't, that, whoa, time out. I didn't ask all that. I want to bottom line it. Why shouldn't I do this, or why shouldn't I take that? I don't want to hear all this technical shit, the sarcoplasms, this and whatever. I don't want to hear that shit. I can't, it's too much for me. Especially now, I'm old school. I'm an old dog. You can't teach me too many new tricks, You can only handle so much. So it's not that I listen to the new guys too, and the young and the smart guys. But the thing is, when us old school guys we come to you with trial and error. There's nothing like somebody with experience. Do you understand that? I come from an era where it's no longer, I remember when bodybuilders just posed, got on stage and hit a couple before there was even music. Okay? Or it'd be just regular music, like it just almost like classical, and they just get up there and hit a few shots and do a few poses, almost like in the movie Pump and Iron. I was there, bro, and they would have like just a little light hanging in. You'd stand under there in a shadow, and half your body's in a shadow. I was there, okay. That stuff's not around no more. I was there when Gold's Gym was Gold's Gym, not the fucking commercial shit that's there now. So what I'm trying to tell you, the point I'm trying to make is that I think with an old school, you can't say one's better than the other. Nobody here is trying to give you that point of view. It's just that we lose some of our history with each time when an old school guy passes. We lose some of our history. You understand? And I think the history of bodybuilding is very interesting, for me anyway. And it was more like the innocence. It's like when I show you like equipment, like that. You know, like I showed you before. Benches. I mean, there's guys who built incredible physiques on equipment like that right there. Do you understand that? And the physiques were different. They were more attainable. It wasn't like, oh, by the way, here's Ken Passarello here again. Passarello, not Patera. Here we go. Okay, that's old school. Now, you may say, oh, God, that guy couldn't even win the fucking Nationals today. Well, he won the Nationals back then. But what I'm saying is the physiques weren't so insane like they are today. And these guys are drug jargonauts. You know, there's a bodybuilder who does YouTube channel right now. He's not so old. I think he's a pro bodybuilder. He's an ex-pro bodybuilder. He looks, you know, and, you know, when you see pictures of him in the past, he was, you know, he was built. He was a pretty big guy. And now he looks like, you know, he's just a YouTube shit talker. But I'm just saying, you would never even know that the guy, because these guys are fucking, everybody does the YouTube and all this stuff. These new guys all coming in. It's not that they're bad, okay? It's just that they're giving you one side of something right now and what's going on now. But the thing is, we're talking about bodybuilding when it was just bodybuilding. When it was you in a gym with a concrete floor and iron training, going home, eating some eggs, eating maybe a steak, drinking fucking milk and shit like that, maybe a little bit of protein powder. That's what I'm talking about, okay? That kind of era is gone. Do you understand? Because kids today, the minute they start lifting weights, you know, they're in the funky gyms, the fancy gyms. They got all kinds of funky equipment to train on. And the first thing they want to do is after 2 weeks of training, I already want to take weight. What can I take to start putting on size? Maybe I'm thinking of competing one day. And I'm like, dude, you know, you haven't even earned your fucking stripes yet. Do you understand? Not that that's, you know, I'm not going to tell you all these guys are bad. I'm not saying that these YouTubers are bad. But they're giving you the newer way, the way that I feel is not as, it's not like the old school way. Do you understand what I'm saying? When Babe Ruth was hitting, it was a bat and a ball. It wasn't, you know, the bats weren't with hardened wood and machined down and all that shit. They were fucking, you know what I mean, balls, things were different. Do you understand what I mean? It was more pure. And I think when you talk old school bodybuilding, I'm not going to sit here and tell you like all kinds of like, you know, scientific shit. And, you know, I know about drugs, but I'm basic drugs. I'm not into all this new funky shit. You know, there's different versions of this version. Those guys are all going to, you know, my belief is a lot of these new guys are going to pay for that. You know, with health problems. That's not my problem, though. You know what I mean? I can't, there's nothing I can do. You can't tell anybody because they're not going to listen. You know what I mean? But my goal is to give you pure information. Just clean, here it is, here you go, in a nutshell. I'm not going to talk about the scientific things because I really don't know, like, to talk about that shit. You know what I mean? I only know what works because I did it. And I know I was around in the gym with other guys who did it. And their experiences and me talking with them. You understand what I'm saying? It was a pure era. And I'm giving you pure information. That's why I prefer old school, because not that new, like again, not that one's better than the other, but that I'm giving you pure shit. I mean, you know, it's not every one of these guys. It's all about drugs. It's all about this and about that, and you know, it's about fast gains quick. You know what I mean? Like this, you know. And I'm sorry, you know, when I was training, it was simple. Get your ass in the fucking gym, do the exercises that you felt hit you the best. Go home, have some protein, drink some fucking milk, because that's what we thought back in the day. Okay, yeah, but there's better ways today. You know, there's more, you know, supplements and this. I get that. I do get that, and I'm not taking that away, and I'm giving you some of that. You know, I'm not going back to the 1930s here. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it's the purity of it, of the sport. Do you understand that? Do you get that? Do you understand? Babe Ruth didn't get to look at, he didn't sit there and look at videos of how a pitcher pitched and studied how the, you know what I mean? And he didn't stand there with the mechanics and batting coaches where he stand there and, and he wasn't watching videos of himself and how, now he's in a slump and what's he doing different than he did. He didn't have all that technology. Sometimes technology is good, but sometimes it's not. You understand? He had to work his way out of what he did. Do you understand what I'm saying? If he was in a slump, he had to figure it out. He had to hit. You know what I mean? You learn by hitting, by throwing a baseball. You didn't have to stand there and, okay, everything's computer generated and this and that. We didn't, when he hit a home run, it was a home run. He didn't sit there and go, the ball traveled at velocity at, 100 miles an hour and it went to, 700,000 yards. They didn't do that shit. It was just, that's what I'm giving you. So I'm giving you the purity of that. All right, so who asked me this shit? Tall guy Tom, what makes old school better? Okay, so I never said old school is better. I think it's more pure. It's more about being in the gym, making gains, basic nutrition, basic drug shit. Okay, and that's it. Okay, it's not going to be no fucking shit. And these guys today, the YouTube is everywhere, all over the place, and they just like to hear themselves talk. That's the way I feel with a lot of the new stuff. You want to go watch that, that's fine. I'm going to give you the old school way. I'm going to tell you what guys did in the gym. I sat there and I watched Arnold. And when Arnold was in the gym, Arnold didn't sit around thinking about steroids all day. He did not. I can tell you that for a fact. When Arnold left the gym, he ate good, but his goal wasn't, he left the bodybuilding in the gym. He used to go out, chase girls, go to the beach, do this, do that. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like today where, oh my God, I'm timing my carbs. I need more carbs because I'm going to, I just finished working out and I got a 45-second window and about, come on. It wasn't, Arnold didn't do that. Do you understand? And those guys weren't like that. They were into bodybuilding, but, they were more, when they were in the gym, it wasn't glitz, it wasn't fancy machines, it wasn't chicks walking around with dongs and, taking YouTube videos of themselves or whatever you call it, selfies and shit, with a fucking iPhone standing there watching themselves do sit-ups in the abs or, having, tape me while I'm doing cardio or watch me, I'm going to power lift this, here, watch here, hold that, tape me deadlifting, and they put it on your Facebook. They didn't do that. They got in the gym and they trained. And that's what we talk about here, because that's old school. That's the old school way. Capiche? That's why I feel, look, I'm still built. I'm not on drugs. I'm back and forth on TRT. Remember, I had the throat cancer. The throat's acting up a little bit right now, but I'm okay. Sometimes I'm on TRT, sometimes I'm not. And TRT for me is 200 milligrams, that's it, of test. And that's because my own test is fucked, okay? I just came off of it. I'm not on it right now. Still the same. Actually, I noticed no difference. So if I didn't get that shit from a pharmacy, I'd swear it was fake. But, it's doctor prescribed, so I'm not going getting it from the guy in the gym or any of that shit. But the bottom line, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's why old school will help you, because I believe it's more of a purist bodybuilding. All right, Tall Tom Tall, or whatever for you, Tall Tom. Tall guy Tom, sorry. Tall guy Tom. All right, next. Okay, gotta fix that camera. Bill Gates' mother. Bill Gates' mother. I used to know a guy. Holy shit, I just did something. I used to have this guy, Italian guy. He used to laugh. And nothing would come out. Not like, or not like that. He would just laugh, and you would hear that, like, remember that Muttley, that Simon LeGrady, that Muttley cartoon when... Talking to you old school guys, you know what I'm talking about. Remember they used to laugh like that. Anyway, this guy would, sometimes he wouldn't even do that. He'd go like that. And I'd be like, dude, there's nothing coming out. It's almost like you muted. He would laugh and it was like it was muted. Anyway. And yes, he was a bodybuilder. And yes, he trained a stronger Shapeler gym. I'm not going to say his name because he might be watching this and it's going to embarrass me. But he was a tiger. That's the stupidest fucking thing. Anyway, Bill Gates' mother wants to know, what is your take on food prep companies for losing body fat? It's hard for me to cook because of time, but I am not sure I trust these companies. Just want your opinion. Well, Bill Gates' mother, You should ask your son, because he seems to have all the answers. That fucking piece of shit wants a fucking spray. It's a climate change, but he wants to spray aerosol into the air to stop the sun's rays from hitting the planet. You tell me that that's good. You're talking about pollution 1 minute, next minute you want to spray aerosol in the air to fucking reflect the sun back. I'm not going to talk about that here, even though I just did. Alright, Bill Gates' mother. Food prep companies for losing weight. Now, you're talking about like shit like Weight Watchers or fucking, what's that shit that Donny Osmond, by the way, I know Donny Osmond, well, I don't know. Wait a minute, let me back that up. Joe Pietaro and I have done an interview with Donny Osmond. I don't know him, but we interviewed him together. We had a good time. Marie Osmond, what's that? Nutrisystem? Is that it? Nutrisystem? Whatever the fuck it is. She does that commercial and stuff. You talk about stuff like that. That's like for like, all that shit is like, you know, lose the weight, and they do portion control. So, in other words, if you're going to eat a fucking, you know, a plate with like 5 raviolis on it, or like, oh, you could even have like, well, lasagna. Like my girlfriend loves lasagna. It's a piece that's this big. You know what I mean? Who the fuck can eat a piece of lasagna like that's that big? It's only that big. I look at that and I would feel like I haven't even eaten. You understand what I'm saying? So, those kind of company, if you're talking to, who asked me that again? Bill Gates' mother, shit. I just dropped a lot of shit. Okay, whatever. My girlfriend's gonna fucking bitch. This is her. She sells shit on fucking all over the place. Or whatever. I'm just gonna put, wait, hold on. I'm dropping shit. Corona. So, Bill, here's the thing. Do I believe in a food prep company? You know, those kind of food companies, no. But there are some good ones here in bodybuilding, in the bodybuilding industry. And if you're referring to those, yeah, they're good. I mean, I think it's good for somebody who can't eat, but are they better than you making the food yourself? Abso-fucking-lutely not. They're not better than you making your own food. So if you're going to ask me that, no, I would never do that, because when I make my own food, I know what it is. And when they make it, it's made a couple days ahead of time, and it's frozen, it's empty, and, you know, it's not the same. Do you understand? As Gordon Ramsay would say, it's fucking shit! You're eating frozen shit! Anyway, I love Gordon Ramsay, because he fucking takes no shit. But, yeah, you know, I'd rather eat fucking, like, go to the store, get a piece of steak, cook that shit up myself, which is exactly what I'm going to do when I'm done doing this bullshit. Okay? I'd rather do that than have it. Now, I saw what you said. You said, I don't have time. Now, that's 1 meal a day. Maybe you're just getting your dinner. You know, but are you going to get 4 meals like that? I don't know. I think that the companies in bodybuilding, I don't know their names, and I'm out here promoting any of them anyway. I do believe, I know a lot of guys use that shit. If you got the Scott all to pay extra for that, fine. You know, if you want to pay that much money for some chef, you know, Boyardee or whatever his name is, to cook up some fucking chicken breast for you and then throw it out to you, you know, mail it out to you, you know, that's okay. But to me, I still say, when I cook the food, I know what's in it. Bish, and I cook it to my taste. So it means I like it. There you go. I mean, it's a simple thing like that. If you don't have time and you got to use one of those companies, listen to me. They're not bad. But the whole time thing, guys have had no, I mean, that shit wasn't around in the fucking 80s and 90s and everything. And guys still were jacked and found ways to make. You food prep yourself. Do what Evan said upon used to do. Sit there and fucking make like days of food ahead of time if that's what you want. You cook a bunch of chicken breasts. Put them in your refrigerator. It's better than them flash freezing that shit and sending it to you. Then, you know, in fucking frozen, like in fucking ice packets and shit. And then you fucking thaw that shit out. And at least you know what you're cooking. But, again, I'm contradicting myself because I'm going to say right now, well, if I don't have time, you know. Well, if you don't have time, then do what you got to do. Whatever. You're asking me a question. I would never use a food company. For me. Even if I was going for a bodybuilding show. Even more so if I was going for a bodybuilding show. Because if I'm just supposed to have chicken breast, and that's all I'm supposed to have, then I'm going to have just chicken breast. You know what I mean? Now, I know that there's companies out there, we will just send you just chicken breast, but I can cook it myself. I don't want to pay $10 a pound when I can get it for fucking over here for a lot less. Alright? That's me. So, there you go. Sorry if that's not the answer you want to hear. You can use the companies. You asking me? I wouldn't do it. I'd cook it myself. Find a way. Everybody else does. Alright, Chef Mike wants to know, well, you're a chef, so what are you asking me for? Is pasta bad for you? Look, it's right here. Chef Mike wants to know, is pasta bad for you? Do you still eat pasta? Marathon athletes eat pasta. How about protein pasta? I figured you were Italian, so that's what he wrote. Dude, everybody knows that pasta's not really the greatest thing for you. Do I still eat it? Absolutely. I'm a guinea. I'm a New York guinea. Alright? But I don't eat it every day. Maybe once a week. Sometimes I don't eat it for like 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean? I'll throw pizza in there. That's a different story. But, look. But I'm not bodybuilding like that anymore. I still train every day. Blah, 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 blah. But not like that. Where I'm worried about, you know. I gotta watch because of the fucking diabetes. But, it's bad. It's bad. Listen. You know, you could check your fucking sugars and shit, you know, after eating. I know the whole thing, it's not so bad on the glycemic index and all that stuff. But that's because pasta sits in you and fucking slowly keeps releasing more sugar out and everything. And it's longer acting. That's why marathon runners, because it's so dense. And, you know, it's absorbed, you know, digestibility and absorption is so much greater that, you know, you can get energy later. Like, I was just watching a guy, a doctor, was talking about that shit. He was saying you could take, you know, you could test your after eating a bowl of pasta, you could test your fucking blood sugar, and it'd be not that bad. You test your blood sugar 2 hours later, and it's fucking to the ceiling. Okay. Look, I don't know why you're asking me this. You said because I'm Italian, you know what I mean? You're asking me. I think this is a loaded question. But, yeah, I still have pasta, but I don't eat it every day. And I eat it at most once a week. Usually, maybe once every 2-3 weeks. You know, it depends. I eat other Italian food, okay? I eat pizza once a week. I like meatballs or shit like that. But whatever, you're asking me about pasta, alright? That's the problem with pasta. It doesn't affect you now. It affects you hours later. And it does make your fucking, your fucking insulin's going to go, you know? Your blood sugar levels are going to go, and you just don't want that. I think I just spit on the camera. Hold on. Did I? I think I did. I see, look, I can actually see you guys. Oh, wait, why is it going more? It's right on Paul DeMeo. Hold on, let me. Where the fuck is anything cloth in this? Look, I got my guinea hat right here. I'm going to fucking... Hold on. This is soap. How's that? Yeah, okay. That's because I saw, like, I'm looking at Paul DeMeo, like, as I'm talking. I can actually see myself while I'm doing this. I can see Paul DeMeo over there. And, I just saw, like, all of a sudden he got foggy. Because I think a spit shot out of my mouth. I hope there's no COVID, right? Alright, let's stop with that bullshit. Alright, so you're asking me about pasta. Everybody knows that pasta's going to make you fucking fat. You keep eating that shit. Alright? Don't ask me like questions that are like fucking Momo. There's no, I'm not going to give you like some trick answer. You're asking me about pasta because I'm Italian. Yes, did you know pasta is good for you? And you're asking me about protein pasta. That's all a fucking farce. It's all a fucking farce. Okay, so what? They make the protein out of chickpeas or this or that. You know what I mean? It's still. I don't eat that shit, you know. If I'm going to eat pasta, I want to eat real pasta. I'm not going to eat some fucking gobbledygook shit. Oh, no, you know, I know what some of you guys are going to say. I know red beans or the chickpeas and, you know what I mean? Oh, they're very good, you know what I mean? No, I don't eat that, okay? Chichara, that's chickpeas. I call my girlfriend Cheech because Lucia, Cheech, Lucia. You know what I mean? So I call it Cheech, you know? We call, you know, that's Chicha, this is fucking the chickpeas. But regardless, I don't eat any of that pasta. If I'm going to eat pasta, I'm going to eat real pasta, okay? And, that's it. Okay, enough of this shit. Who doesn't fucking know this? Come on. I think you guys are asking me questions to try to fucking trick me. Alright. Hey, listen to me. It's not the greatest fucking old school training we've ever done, because you guys ask me these questions, okay? You even asked me about, all right, food addiction. Who doesn't know that sugar is addictive? Okay, she asked sugar's addictive. We found that out. What makes old school better? We already know that. It's not that old school's better, but you're going to learn stuff that just right now is lost. Do you understand? It's not the same. I'm giving you a different perspective, and I'm going to keep it simple, okay? From experience. I speak from experience, and there's nothing like experience. Sorry. Okay? Where's the other question here? Food prep. If you got to go with food prep, you go with food prep. Do I prefer? I wouldn't do it, because I like preparing my own food. I know what it is, and it's actually cheaper. Okay? That's me, though. If you have to do it, you have to do it. Don't go with one of those, like, Nutrisystem or fucking Weight Watch, because that's just portion shit. They're going to give you a fucking, like, look, a piece of fucking ravioli or something. No, not ravioli. A piece of fucking, Jesus Christ, lasagna. It's like as big as this little ball here. What are you going to do with that? Then you're going to be hungry. I could fucking eat on. This is a lacrosse ball, in case you guys are wondering. My daughter was a big-time lacrosse player. Why is it in here? I don't know. And what was the last thing? Oh, the pasta. I'm even going to go into that. All right. Listen to me. Let me give you guys a little information. I'm an old school guy, and right now I'm older. All right, so a lot of you guys are older. If you're over 50 and shit, you got to stop worrying about what's going to build the muscle and all that shit, but worry about what's going to help you live longer. And what's going to help you live longer is cutting down your sugars, okay, which means pasta too, okay, cutting that shit down. You don't have to cut it out. You don't have to not live anymore, okay? But you got to cut it down. You know, just eat it once a week or whatever the fuck. And start worrying about things like supplements are going to help your liver, you know what I mean, your brain, your heart, your kidneys, shit like that. That's what we got to worry about, okay? And that's what I do. I take a lot of liver stuff. You know, my father died of liver cirrhosis. He never drank or any of that shit. But he got I think he got well, if it's diabetes, he didn't take care of his diabetes. That's really what did him in. But I think he also had, I'm not sure if he had fucking, what do you call that shit? Come on, Greg, what the fuck, bro? Hepatitis. I don't know if he had one of those hepatitis things. I'm not sure. My sister gives me mixed signal. I don't remember. But I just know that the not taking care of diabetes did him in. And he was fucking strong as an ox. He had all his brain was there. No chigadness, nothing. You know what I mean? Chigad is like when you know, like stupid, no fucking, you know what I mean? He was very smart. But he didn't listen, and he ate bad. So you don't want to take care of you want to take care of the liver. That's like huge, especially if you have a past, like I do, of taking a ton of steroids, and like I did, you know what I mean, and things like that. You want to take like liver stuff, good, Live 52, good milk thistle, Silmarian, shit like that. You want to do all that stuff. You want to take a liver fresh, Himalayan liver. All those things are great. Drink the apple cider vinegar, tudka. You know what I mean? Shit like that. All those things are fucking good. And I do all those things. Drink the apple cider vinegar. I use Dave Palumbo's Fiberlize, I'm not trying to push that, but I also use other fiber too, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Those are the things you got to worry about. Yeah, over 50, stop worrying about like having the giant arms and giant legs and being super jacked. Okay? Worry about living your life. You want to be around for your kids, your grandkids, and everything. I'm fucking 60, going to be 61. Okay? I'm closer to 70 than I am to 50. Wow, does that hurt even fucking saying that? Oof. Because I feel like I'm fucking 25. I still see fucking teenage girls and I'm like... Anyway. Hey, listen, I ain't dead. And I don't do anything about it, so simmer down. Alright? I'm just telling you. Okay? I still think young. I'm not one of those guys that, I listen to fucking, I remember when Sabbath was coming up in the late 60s, Zeppelin, all that shit. I don't sit around, yeah, Zeppelin, man, just listening to that. Once in a blue moon, I'll throw that shit on, when I'm, down memory lane. But I listen to current music, too, so, I'm not one of those guys that's stuck in the fucking 70s, I mean, even, because that was my era. But, that in the 80s. But, so, the point I'm trying to make is, I want to live a longer life. So take stuff that helps those things. The kidneys, the liver, the heart, the fucking brain. Those are the things you want to worry about. Stop worrying about getting big arms. Stop worrying about getting fucking jacked chest, all this other shit. Worry about, I don't care about the abs, but keep the fucking gut down. You know what I mean? If your gut's really out far like a fucking balloon, you probably got a giant fucking liver. A fatty fucking liver. Start drinking apple cider vinegar twice a day. I take a shot glass. I'm going to show you in my fucking channel, but I'm going to take a shot glass, you know, with fiberlize. I'll drink that twice a day. I'll drink, Guy Cistanino does like 2-3 times a day. 3 or 4 times a day. You know, you take, you know, I take the fucking Live 52. I take the, you know, Tutka. I take the fucking, Silmarian. Plus I take milk thistle. Plus I take liver fat. I take all that shit. Because I want to fucking function right, bro. Do you understand it? So for you old school guys, worry about that shit. Stop worrying about, like, you know, what's the best protein to take? You know, forget about all that shit. Okay? Take vitamin D, but make sure you get K with it. You want vitamin K with the vitamin D so it doesn't fucking, you know, harden the arteries and go into the fucking kidneys and give you kidney stones. Don't overdo the vitamin C. That'll give you kidney stones. You know, shit like that. That's what you gotta worry about. Stop worrying about the fucking who's got the biggest arms. You know, who's the toughest guy in school. Because these guys are dropping today like flies. You know? And if you're over 50 and you're doing a ton of babanya, if you're doing a lot of the babanya and you're over 50 thinking you're still fucking 35 or 25 or whatever, stop doing that shit. Stop doing it. Stop that shit. Do a little, if you have to, just to keep the fucking, you know, your guts working down there, okay? Gabish? And worry about your liver, your heart, your kidneys. Take care of them and the rest of your body, you know, and the cabezo. You know, you guys already know the nootropics thing. I'm not going to push any of that, you know, other shit from the other show I do. But I'm just telling you, you want to keep the brain sharp. You want to keep the heart fucking pumping right, you know. A little baby aspirin never hurt nobody, you know. A little CoQ10 never hurt nobody. A little niacin never hurt nobody. You understand? That's what you have to do. That's what you should be worrying about. Not who's got the biggest fucking arms in the gym. Old school, bro. You know what I mean? We also want to live a life. So, alright. I'll shut the fuck up. Guys, will you please leave some fucking questions down here? Please. Because if you don't like these questions, you know, my girlfriend puts them down here. She picks them out. I pick them out too, but, you know, she picked these out. You know, I can't believe the fucking pasta. You're Italian. Do you eat pasta? What the fuck you think? I eat meatballs too. So, there you go. Alright. Listen, let's just keep shit going, bro. Right? Forget about the mask. You know I don't like it either. I can't breathe. But if that's the rules, those are rules. If you can't go in a store and they're not going to serve you because you got no shirt on, or you're walking in a store bare feet and they say no bare feet, well, it's the same thing with the mask. I don't like it either, but they want you to put it on. Okay? But I'm not going to wear it driving my car. I'm not going to. Dude, I just saw a guy today driving a car where I live here in a fucking convertible by himself with a mask on. And the hood's down. And he's driving like that, blasting fucking old music, like old rock shit, you know? Gonna rock around the clock, that kind of shit. Anyway, and he's fucking, you know, he's bouncing his head, and he's got a fucking mask on with a convertible. What it means, fresh air is blowing in your fucking face. I gotta fucking, I tell you. Alright, and I know some of you guys are upset about me, with me, or whatever, doing the talking smack with the fucking political shit. Oh, well, you know what I mean? Don't watch it. There you go. Joe Pietaro likes it. A lot of guys do like it, because your life right now is not your own. Well, your life is your own. Your freedom's not your own. I'm not going to get into that. Be good to your girl. Be good to your wife. Be good to your significant other. Pay your child support. Don't be a fucking deadbeat dad. I don't like deadbeat dads. Get the fuck off my channel. Don't watch me anymore, because you're not my friend. Kids come first, always. Always, always, always. Don't be a selfish motherfucker. We spend all your time in the gym. You better get your ass home, too. Alright? And the babanya's great. We love the babanya. Okay? George! You know, little fucking juice, never hurt nobody. But don't go crazy, especially if you're old school. Okay? Because we're older now. So we gotta, you know, we want to live. I'll see you in the next video. Stop fucking around.